Hi guys, and welcome back to BCM, obviously Black Consciousness Movement channel. Now the Traore Army. Obviously Traore is coming from Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso, who is not only making Burkina Faso proud, but making the whole continent of Africa proud. Every single person adore this guy from all over Nigeria, Ghana. I think I shared a video how the president of Ghana was even praising him. So I'm so proud of this guy, and I've decided to dedicate this channel partly to him as well. So on this channel, usually we talk about our being proud in our own skin, our awareness of our own, like for example, being proud of your own hair. And today your girl has an afro. I don't know whether this qualifies an afro hair. Yeah, I think it does. Anyway, so I always say that I personally wear wigs during winter because obviously I'm in Canada and it's very cold, and for me wigs are actually like head warmers. But otherwise, I love boasting with my own hair. I love my hair. Look at that. Nice, eh? Anyway, your girl has been kind of MIA, missing in action, right? But I have, come on, you're going to have to give me this, because obviously I've been enjoying my husband, I went on vacation to Namibia, South Africa. We had a very good time. And obviously now I'm back. Come on, I'm still on honeymoon, hey? We are almost close to a year, I'm almost close to a year in my marriage now, and I'm still on honeymoon. I don't think I will ever get out of the honeymoon, hey? Anyway, so I told you that when a girl is loved the right way, oh my God. Anyway, guys, okay, this should actually go on my other channel, single, married, divorce, and all that. Sorry about that. Anyway, so today we're going to discuss what's going on in, proudly Namibian. And we have a new Namibian president. Oh my God, she's a woman. And I'm so, I couldn't be more proud than I am right now about her. And then we also have Carney, who's the new Prime Minister of Canada. And then we're going to discuss what's going on with Trump. Why is he trying to bully South Africa, what it feel like, right? So all that actually on the BCM. So let's get started. And before you forget, please push that notification button so that every single time we upload a new video, you are ahead of your game. From me, Jehovah, let's get started. Okay guys, welcome back, and in no particular order, I'm gonna start with news from Namibia. Okay, so to cut to the chase, we have a new female president. Very proud, I'm so proud, and her name is Netumbo Nandi Daitwa. Netumbo Nandi Daitwa. I'm gonna put the name on there. Yeah, and I'm also gonna share her first speech, as I think when she was put into office. But my God, the news that I want to share is that she actually put her foot down. The reason I say that is because the laws of this thing of the US, and I'm not talking about the US specifically, although I think what now she stood for is the US that she stood against. But this thing of this European country just coming into our country, and I'm not talking about Namibia only, I'm talking about even other African countries, and them requesting visas from us. This is something that is coming a long way, and I think Namibia put that law, I think, last year. But I'm proud that the new president is now implementing it, because it's one thing to talk about something, but it's another thing to implement it as the law. So right now, she is standing and she's like, okay, no nonsense. And I love the fact that a lot of other news channels are actually sharing these, and just, I'm so proud, to be quite honest. Let me share some videos about her. Okay, let's watch it.
What if I told you that one of Africa's smallest countries just did what continental powerhouses like Nigeria, South Africa and Egypt couldn't dare? Today we are going deep into what might be the most significant diplomatic power play coming out of Africa this decade. As Namibia celebrated its 35th Independence Day, something unprecedented happened. The country's first female president, Netumbo Nandi, announced the immediate suspension of visa-free entry for American citizens. But here is what makes this truly shocking. This is not just another diplomatic spat. It's a direct response to Trump's sweeping travel restrictions on 22 African nations. And in the next few minutes, I'll reveal to you why this is not just about visas. It's about dignity, it's about economic leverage, and a fundamental shift on how African nations engage with global powers. But first, let me ask you this. When was the last time you saw an African nation successfully challenge American foreign policy? Think about that. The answer might surprise you. To understand the significance of what Namibia just did, we need context.
If you're African, you may soon be banned from coming to the US.
Chad has become the first country in the world to face travel restrictions under President Donald Trump's second term.
It's clearly discriminating.
Okay, can you see? And I think I'm going to share Africa Today because I love how that guy, he's very good. Like the guy on that I share, I think it's the second video, or is it the first one? Yeah, I'm gonna share the channel here because he's very good. The way he narrates the stories, I just love him. I love him, and I want you guys to follow him as well because he has a lot of news from the African continent. And this is not a news channel, but I sometimes have to put some things in. So are we not proud? Oh my God, I'm so proud. Anyway, another thing, I don't understand what's going on here. Now let's talk about Carney, that prime minister. I think Canada has the most, what do I say? I don't want to say the most sexiest head of states, but I want to say, like, even when you look at Justin Trudeau, just a very cute guy, you know, like simple and so on. And you know, Canada being known as having the most apologetic, you know, head of states because we are the most apologetic nation on earth. And I think it's a very good thing to be known for. But this is what's going on. Trump is actually, you know, coming at us. I mean, I feel like Canada is like Namibia and South Africa. Canada and the US is like Namibia and South Africa. It's almost like sister's country in that sense. So for Trump to say that Canada has been robbing me, I'm going to increase the, you know, like the percentage of tariffs of what I'm going to, you know, charge them and so on, it's like unheard of. So I'm gonna share a video of how, like, I love how he say that. Oh my God. I love how Carney say that, you know what? Canada is not the US, okay? We are not the same. Like, I love how he talk about the health system because we have the best health system ever, I think, on earth, to be quite honest, in the world, in that sense. Anyway, but I love how he say to us, to the United States, which I obviously call the divided states because I don't know how united they are. Anyway, to the United States, he said that health is actually kind of a business in that sense. I think we know what we are talking about. You know, like I think I've shared before about the pharma, you know, companies, how they kind of really make this a business, you know, like patients not being helped because now their insurance cannot cover it and all those bunch of things that I don't even want to touch. And then he said, but to Canada, it's a right. So I love that. I want you to actually listen to him the way he, even the fact that Trump apparently say that Canada should be the 51st states of the United States. Are you insane? Like, what does that even mean? So listen to this video and then we can kind of, you know.
The Americans want our resources, our water, our land, our country. Think about it. If they succeeded, they would destroy our way of life. In America, healthcare is a big business. In Canada, it is a right. America is not Canada. And Canada never, ever will be part of America in any way, shape, or form. Look, we didn't ask for this fight. We didn't ask for this fight. But Canadians are always ready when someone else drops the gloves. So the Americans, they should make no mistake, in trade as in hockey, Canada will win. And Donald Trump, as we know, has put, as the Prime Minister just said, unjustified tariffs on what we build, on what we sell, on how we make a living. He's attacking Canadian families, workers, and businesses, and we cannot let him succeed. And we won't. We won't. The Canadian government has rightly retaliated and is rightly retaliating with our own tariffs that will have maximum impact in the United States and minimum impact here in Canada. And my government will keep our tariffs on until the Americans show us respect.
Today, the United States launched a trade war against Canada, their closest partner and ally, their closest friend. At the same time, they're talking about working positively with Russia, appeasing Vladimir Putin, a lying, murderous dictator. Make that make sense. Canadians are reasonable, and we are polite, but we will not back down from a fight. Not when our country and the well-being of everyone in it.
Okay, so can you see what I mean? So basically what Trump is trying to do is to bully Canada, but Canada is not accepting that bullying. Like, Canada is not taking it. Because I love the fact that he's admitting that we usually, and that's, I think, is Justin Trudeau that I share as well on the second video, where he say that we usually, like, we are very good people and so on, but you cannot just come and think that we will just take your nonsense. No, Canada is not for that. They are not going to take that nonsense. Guys, I am so proudly Namibian and proudly Canadian. I think my leaders in both my countries, my eyes were closed, are making me proud. Like, seriously, come on guys. Okay, let's celebrate. Anyway, the other thing that I think we can look at today is Trump. So Trump has this thing of, like, he apparently cut aid to, you know, South Africa, HIV, you know, because has been giving them aid and so on. But I think one of the things that I also want to say about African countries is that they need to stop this thing of, like, just depending on this, because I think it becomes kind of a manipulative tool now that these Western countries use against African countries, because it's almost like, okay, if you do that, I'm gonna cut your aid. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's more to it than why he's cutting the aid. I don't think it's about the land expropriation, you know, law that is coming into place.
As South Africa, a developing economy must now navigate. But we are not daunted to navigate our path through this world that constantly changes. We will not be deterred. We are, as South Africans, a resilient people, and we will not be bullied. We will stand together as a united nation, and we will speak with one voice in defense of our national interests, our sovereignty, and our constitutional democracy.
I don't think it's about that, because I don't think South Africa is doing something bad. I feel like they are reasonable, you know. It's not like they are just going to take land from, you know, like white people and so on. But at least the funny thing about it is that I don't understand where was this energy years ago when, black people were killed brutally by white South Africans. Why didn't Trump also say that black South Africans should come, to the United States? Why didn't he say that? Where is this energy coming from? Because I feel like there's more to it than catch the eye. I don't think it's more about the Land Expropriation Act. I don't think it's about that. I think it's about other things like South Africa standing their ground when it comes to what's happening in Gaza. I think it's more of other things. I think South Africa stand their ground, and because of that, now they're being punished. I don't think it has to do with the land, because even if it has to do with the land, where were you when black South Africans were killed brutally by the apartheid regime? When the apartheid regime were killing black South Africans, Trump never said that black South Africans should come to the United States. But now he's asking white people to come to the United States. You know what? This is the thing. Remember, I was for Trump more than Kamala Harris, obviously. But I'm not somebody who cannot admit when I think I know that there's some things that I still think that, I'm for Trump in some of the laws. And obviously I can say that Trump has to do all the things that I think, there's some things that I'm like, this president, I don't know. But anyway, let's check what even white South Africans are saying, because white South Africans don't want to leave that country, because that country has the best weather on earth. Like South Africa has the best weather on earth. It's not too cold, it's not too hot. So look at what they're saying.
Ons hoort in Afrika, ons wil nie in iemand anders se land 'n beskermde minderheidsgroep of 'n vlugteling of so iets wees nie. Ons as Orania glo dat Afrikaners hier in Afrika hoort en dit is ook ons plek en daarom wil ons graag hier bly. Nou, ek kan nie namens almal praat nie, daar's dalk mense wat voel hulle sou daardie geleentheid wou opneem, maar namens Orania sal ons sê ons hoop dat Afrikaners eerder in Afrika kan bly en dis waarin ons bou en werk en waarin ons glo.
If you haven't got any problems here, why would you want to go? Hasn't been any really bad taking over of land. The people are carrying on like normal. And, what are you going to do over there? Are they going to pay for the equipment and the seed and the land and the ground? And how are you going to pay it off? You're going to start right from scratch again? I wouldn't.
Now, this includes 375 billion rand in spending by...
Now, the other thing that I don't want to make this video long, we obviously talk about Namibia, we talk about Canada, and now we are talking about how Trump is bullying South Africa and how South Africa is standing their ground. But I can never forget to mention Ibrahim Traore. That guy is making, and I think one of the things that I like is like our president, our Namibian president, is actually being compared to Traore. I think I'm proud, guys. What do you think? Anyway, I'm gonna leave all the links of all the channels that I sometimes take the videos from down below. Please follow those channels, because honestly speaking, right now we need to know what's going on. We need to follow what's going on in the continent, because the continent of Africa is being awakened, guys. Because remember what I say about those countries that kick France out, and I think it's Burkina Faso, Mali, and I think Niger. But now other countries, Senegal, I think followed, Chad has followed. The most surprising one, obviously, I think I shared that before. The most surprising one is like Côte d'Ivoire. Yeah, so guys, follow us for more videos, and don't forget to push that notification button so that every single time we upload any video, you are ahead of your game. Anyway, take care, guys. Bye.
Isizwe sama, yavula moya,